Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Joanna. Thank you so much for coming back. For those of you who are new, thank you so much for visiting. I hope you stay here. This is going to be these are going to be your readings for the month of March. I won't make a long introduction other than lots of exciting changes. Most of the signs have some pretty substantial changes leading to good things. So it's a lot of excitement. I felt a lot of excitement, energy when I was doing most of the signs. So there is very much a lot of new beginnings that I felt are happening. And all of us are going through challenges, minor and major, and it has to do with the energies we are attracting, we are being surrounded by. So it's a lot of interesting things going on. For those of you who want a longer prediction, I have the 6-month videos, and that information is down below, and also exclusive relationship videos or messages for the entire 2018. That information is down below too. I talk about general these are general readings, so I do touch on various aspects, but they don't exclusively focus in on relationships. And with that said, thank you so much for liking, sharing, for making appointments with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate this more than you will ever know. And of course, if that is what you wish, that information is down below for you. Thank you again so much. I wish you best of luck in the month of March. Lots of success, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And now, without further ado, let's get started. Hello, beautiful Capricorns. This is going to be your general reading for the month of March. And let me just start off by saying the word finally. I don't know why I want to say this, but it feels like I have been trapped for quite some time when I tune into your energy. And whether that's a physical entrapment, I hope not. But I want to say it's more emotional or mental entrapment. I feel like many of you are ready to release yourself so that you are finally free. And this is shown to me as a beautiful metaphor, a vision of a dove flying out of your heart. To me, this is the ultimate release. It's the ultimate rebirth and rebuild after what I would say was a battle for some of you. For some of you, an emotional battle. For some of you, a physical battle. And for some of you, it's a battle in a relationship. There's an internal battle and external battle. The numbers you have are beautiful because they're 5 and 7. So there's a lot of 7s around. It's all about mastering an aspect of yourself. It's a very spiritual number. 5 is number of changes. And what I feel here is that as you go through changes, and as you have just gone through some major changes in your life, it will allow you to extinguish some long-standing fires that have been burning you up from inside out. That's an interesting statement. Can I get the short version, please? Okay, basically what he's saying is this is about releasing yourself from poverty thinking. And our poverty thinking comes from many places, most likely from our childhood. And our poverty thinking will block us from creating, number one, the experience that we want, but number two, if we get them, in sustaining that long term will be difficult if we have a messed up belief system that's based on lack. So that's fantastic. Emotional renewal is what I'm being shown. The number 3 is all about expansion. And there's a very spiritual note to this that I have. It's a very spiritual feeling that comes over me. This is about high ideals. This is about higher perspective. This is about your intuition and doing what is right for you underneath all the garbage that we tell ourselves. So what does that mean? First and foremost, it means that there is a need to go deep inside and uncover the hidden treasures that are within you. And for many of you, you have forgotten who you are. That's a statement. And for more of you, you don't quite know who you are yet. It hasn't come to light yet. It has not crystallized itself yet fully, not to all of you, but for some of you. But as you know, this is all a process of unfolding. Our entire life is a process of unfolding. So nothing happens overnight. I hear the word decisions, 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 many new beginnings. So it sounds like many of you will be deciding to have a brand new beginning starting March onward. And for some of you, the process of new beginnings has already begun last month or the month before. So I want to go all the way to January, beginning of new year. The cards that represent your theme, 2 cards fell out. So, and I felt I needed to keep it. Number 1, this is 7 of Wands in reverse. So this is a card of defeat. So you're not working to be defeated. The theme is to deal with what you have felt defeated about in your past. And the next supporting card is 2 of Wands, which is literally spread your wings. This is opening yourself up to opportunities. So you're going from feeling defeated, feeling, oh my God, I can't do anything right, to opening yourself up to possibilities and opportunities. Yes, some of these are love related and some of these are other things like career and finances. Point is, as you move through the process of expansion in the next couple of years, is what I'm hearing for some of you, your entire world is going to turn around, and yes, for the better, in case you're wondering. So that is fantastic. I'm actually looking at the 2 numbers here, and he's asking me to pay attention to this. So there's an absolute possible, I'm going to say it differently. There's a huge opportunity here for many of you in the next few upcoming months to break some pretty long-standing pattern within you. This is an emotional pattern. And the pattern is, a lot of it is about not good enough. I'm not good enough. So that would be fantastic. So that is what the energy is supporting you, or that's the goal, if you will, is to move past limitations and open yourself up to opportunities. And we all have them. It's, that's just the way it is. So what are you leaving behind? There's something very karmic about what I felt. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Judgment card, and you have Strength. You're leaving all of this behind. But let me explain to you how I felt this. I felt this as a story. So you're obviously not leaving luck behind. That's not what this means to me. What I feel here is that many of you have completed a major, major, major chapter in your life. And it was a final chapter that represented an ending. I feel for some of you, this was very karmic. I don't often say this, but it felt to be very, very karmic. For some of you, this is something that you have struggled with for years. And that's how he wants me to say it. And something transpired in the month of, I want to say December first and foremost, but in the last little while, where there was an absolution or a resolution to a long-standing situation. And I hear the word fair play. Whatever this was required a lot of strength from you. And perhaps that's why you have felt defeated in the past. So that is how I see these cards. That is how the story comes to me. For some of you, you have gone through evaluation of your goals, and you have decided, you have realized that the goals you previously had for yourself were no longer the ones you're choosing to pursue going forward. So this is a total change of what you want. And that certainly can present or represent a brand new beginning. There's something final here. It's almost like something just snapped, or something needed to snap, and things all of a sudden changed. Let me just see if I can tune in a little bit more. I hear the words, sing your own tune, don't sing somebody else's. That's obviously a metaphor. Can I have the shorter version, please? Speak for yourself, don't speak for another. So I don't know what this means. It's going to mean something different to different people, but that is what I'm being asked to say. Also, remember who you are. Don't get lost again in the process. Also, don't get lost in the shuffle. What does that mean? Some of you have lost yourself by having too many commitments to too many people. least of which were you. So some of you have put yourself in a back burner. You have been dealing with the proverbial pleasing thing, as I call it. And some of you did not respect yourself enough in order to leave a certain situation or no longer to be there wherever there is. And that has you had to have a lot of strength. Point is, many of you are leaving some hardships behind, and yes to that. So that's what you're leaving behind. I don't want to labor on it too much because, well, let's leave it in the past. Now, what's in front of you? Brilliant. Ace of Swords, brand new beginning, thoughts, ideas. I want to say action as well. There's a brand new beginning. I feel clear-headed. I no longer feel isolated. I feel like the fog has lifted. That's what I want to say. Then you've got the Queen of Wands, and I feel this card represents you. Although you are not a fire sign, I feel this represents you. For many of you, male, female, doesn't matter. What this is saying to me is that in the month of March and going forward, many of you will feel back in control. So this is around career, and for some of you, this is going to be in relationship. But what I want to say here most than anything is that there's an opportunity for you to feel in control within yourself. And I hear the word empowered. For some of you, you will undertake some sort of hobby or an activity that has esoteric component to it, or mysterious component to it. So this could be spiritual, this could be something else, this could be magic. And I feel like this is something like some of you are going to undertake, and it feels really, really good. It's something that you're passionate about. You also have Four of Pentacles. So many of you are moving to a much, much stronger foundation. 4 is the number of structures, but it is the beginnings of new structures. This is a pentacle. So this is about working hard. This is about creating an environment where you will be able to sustain yourself and the environment will be able to sustain itself. In other words, it will be strong in its base, strong in its foundation. So yes, for some of you, this is about hard work. This is about working hard on something in order to establish a firm foundation. And for some of you, this is working on something in order to establish a firm foundation within a relationship. Remember, you have new beginnings. I feel there is an air of action that happens quite quickly. That's what I want to say. So don't be surprised if a lot of things manifest for you in the month of March. And for some of these things, you may not have had ideas about in the past. In other words, they kind of come to you out of nowhere. So this could be an opportunity. Be open to whatever comes to you. Spread your wings. This is about being open. This is about moving from feeling pessimistic and feeling, nothing ever works for me, to saying, you know what, I'm going to open myself to opportunities. It's all about your inner dialogue and belief system. Okay, that's important. So what is it that you should be focusing on? Well, I got the Ace of Wands. Page of Wands. So this is, to me, it speaks of a renewal. I want to say spiritual renewal, but I also want to say, there could be a message here around work. But what I want to say, this is more about internally feeling like you have the spark back. That's what I want to say. So then I said, okay, give me some more information about this. Like, so what? Where's this coming from? And you have the 5 of Swords. So many of you have, in fact, been in your mental prison. It has affected you mentally, physically, and financially for some of you. And with these two cards, what they're showing me, the feeling that I get is, how do I say it? This person is bringing new vitality to you who have been under a lot of turmoil internally. Obviously it's eternal, right? But this is thoughts. This is thoughts, ideas, Well, you do have new ideas, right? So maybe you're going to change your thinking pattern, and that would be fantastic. Wouldn't that be fantastic? But there's a renewal here. You're getting a spark back. He's asking me to pull a couple more cards. Some of you require assistance with how to do this. I don't know what this is. For some of you, it's how to do this spiritual awareness. So for those of you who are wanting to practice spiritual awareness, you may want to ask a friend who knows about this kind of stuff, how you go about doing so. So that's going to be for some of you. What is it that sign of... Oh, okay. That was it. That's how they come out. They fly. My cards fly. Oh boy. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Time. You've got time, and then you've got the card blessed. Both in reverse. What does this mean? It means that some of you have a very limited thinking about the idea of time as it pertains to constraints. So for some of you, you might be worried that you're too old. I actually just gave a message to another sign about this. I think it was Sagittarius. Some of you might be getting too old. Some of you feel you might be getting too old. For some of you, you feel like time is running out. For some of you, there is not enough time. This is about, the message here is, whatever is meant to be yours, rest assured you will not miss it. So if you are vying for a relationship and you're going, oh my God, I'm too old, I'm too old, I'm too old. When is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? Rest assured that when the time is right and when you are ready, not ready, ready. And oftentimes we don't know that better than the universe. We think we know, but we actually don't. This is about stop stressing about the time factor. What is meant to be yours will be. Your job is to open yourself up to opportunities. Don't close any doors behind you unless you want to, and don't open any doors in front of you unless you want to. This is about different choices, different decisions in order to reshape your life, both financially and emotionally speaking. So this is relationships and careers and health, all of the above. Then you have the card blessed. So for some of you, you have been struggling with these changes. You have been struggling with not having enough possibilities, good things coming to you. There's the proverbial lack that you have been feeling. And I feel for some of you, you've been there for quite some time, at least in some respect of your life. The message here says, just surrender. So when we stress over time, there's no surrender in it. Stop stressing over time and just surrender to what is happening in front of you. Baby steps is what they're saying. Baby steps. And many of you are in transition. But in all honesty, we are all in transition. From what I understand, with my communication with spirit, the energies that we are entering to have a very fast movement and therefore very fast aspect of, what's the word please, manifestation. So if you want something to work out for you, the last thing you want to do is stress on not having enough time or lack, because if you are going to put your attention there, well, you're going to manifest that as a result, because the energies are very potent towards manifestation. I want to show these two cards to you. It's just, I feel like I need to do this. Spread your wings, and this card is about surrender. They're even the same color. Okay, this is about openness, and this is about releasing any preconceived ideas you have had about yourself and others, and be open to something entirely new and something entirely different, structurally speaking. So this to me talks about beliefs, it talks about thoughts, it talks about behaviors, it talks about the fundamental aspects of who we are. And when we shift the inner us, everything outside of us will shift. And I think that's all I have. I want to say be patient. Many of you are a perfectionist, or you're perfectionists. I know that disease as well. Not a good one to have, but better than others. Let's put it that way. So go easy on yourself. Not everything has to have a time limit or timeline. Not everything has to have a timeline. And that will apply to you in whatever you feel fits. And with that said, I want to thank you for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, for watching. If you would like to know how this manifests in your life, that information is down below. You can contact me and we can have a private session. Thank you again for watching. And I wish you a wonderful month of March. Please make sure to take care of your needs first. What do I mean by that? Always put yourself in a position to be open, and also ask yourself what it is that I want. But in order to know what you want, you have to go dig deep, because it's not always the thoughts that we have are not always what we want. Sometimes we don't actually understand what we want. It is just something we think we want, but it's not. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So, because that requires a lot of contemplation. So with that said, I want to wish you wonderful March. The energies are kind of interesting this month, for me anyway. And take care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye.